everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you just joined us now, welcome. So for today's video we're going to do some talking about life. Sorry if I sound a bit croaky, I've got a cold, and I'm just tying my hair up out the way so I can do my makeup today. I slept most of the day because I have been unwell, so yes, if I'm not in the middle of the camera, that's better. Maybe a slight bit so I sit like that, that's good. Right, so we're going in with my skincare. I'm not going to talk about products I use, unless it's the new products. So, has my voice permanently changed? Am I going manly? Am I not? Do I want children? Will all be revealed. Am I going to have children in the future? Do I want them? Do I not? Life questions to ask, however. I've got an annoying spot here that will not go away, and I've used spot patch and it has gone down, so I'm just going to use it again tonight, and then I have a tiny one up here. However, I'm sweating to fuck. So, I'm going to grab a drink, I think. Well, I've got water, which I'm going to put over here if it will fit. Yeah, it just fits. That's good. I'm just putting a towel under me so I don't get makeup all over me. Right. And then I'm going live on TikTok to do batch cooking, cooking, because I'm making it easy for myself. It's all jarred stuff this week. And I'm going to my mum's, so I usually take some with me. I'm just getting my skincare out of my fridge, my skinny care fridge. I don't put all my skincare in here because some of it, it's not good to. I'm not putting any sun cream on because I'm not going out anywhere. I did go out briefly earlier to collect my med, my ADHD med. My face feels a bit grainy today because I did use a mask last night that had sulfuric acid in it, and it made it feel like there was peelage. So, Alexa, 30-second timer, please.
30 seconds, starting now.
You meant to put this on to wet skin, hyaluronic acid. Oh, and I will talk about products I'm using actually. Elf Smooth and Glow Exfoliating Toner. I've already used the Glow Wash. Now, I love this Glow range. It just gives me warmth, a glow. But it's not like other products that I use where I get a glow and then I get red and awful. This is such good products. Because I can't be bothered to go in the bathroom, I'm going to just pour water all over my hand, a little bit on my hands. Alexa, stop. From the cup. I know it might make the floor wet, but who cares? It just lightly wet the fire. But if you haven't already done so, hit subscribe and all that jazz. So the E45 Hydrating Serum. I love E45. The only thing I will say about a lot of the E45 products, this is good because it gives me hydration without making me spotty, but a lot of their products are like quite spot. If you've got oily skin, like I have more of an oil to my skin. I'm more normal, glowy to oily, whatever that is. But Alexa, 1 minute timer, please.
1 minute, starting now.
That's it. I find it does make me a little bit oily, on the oily side. I find that a lot of their products, like they had a fantastic sunscreen that went flawless under my makeup, looked amazing, but it made my skin all, what do you call it, all, it made my skin all, after a couple of weeks, all spotty. And I don't usually suffer from spots, apart from now, which is my own fault, because I didn't remove my makeup. I've got one forming here. I'm going to have to put some spot patches on tonight. See, I need to get more of this spot treatment. It's really good, but there's hardly any left. See, I bet if I cut it open, there'd be some left. Because these fuckers, they don't tell you that there's loads left when you cut it. Alexa, stop. I'm just going to put
1 minute timer stopped on Isla's
I'm
bedroom.
going to put a tiny bit there, and a tiny bit up there, where I've got the most spots. Let's just do that. And then I'm going, this is the Botanical Lab Neem Leaf and Clove Target Anti-Blemish Gel. It's really good. And then I'm using the Vitamin C Brightening Eye Gel. They say that eye gels don't do much. I don't know if it does much, but it feels refreshing and it does make me feel a bit more awake. And it's not too dear. It's only like £3, so I do quite like this. Alexa, 30-second timer.
30 seconds. Starting now.
And then I'm going to stop putting hyaluronic acid in this together because that might be what's making me oily. Because I do usually put them together to get a better glow bit. And after that, I'll be going with the Lizel Revitalising Glow Gel Moisturiser. This stuff is absolutely amazing, by the way. So good. I love it. Love, love, love. So, first of all, I had a bit of a panic last night. Alexa, stop. I thought I was going manly last night. I thought irreversible. I asked loads of people and they said my voice sounds normal. It's just a cold. Sinus problems have drained and it wouldn't have come on so sudden. So, I do actually think that I'm not going manly at all. If anything, it's feminised me and it's made me look younger, my skin look healthier. One more thing is, do I want kids? Well, if you'd asked me when I was in my late teens, early 20s, when I wanted to work with kids, I wanted a kid. I was adamant I wanted a kid, but obviously I was only into men, so it didn't happen. And I'm glad, because having a kid now, not for me. I take my hat off to everybody that is a mum or a dad or a parent. Alexa, 2-minute timer.
2 minutes. Starting now.
I could not have a kid. It would probably be the end of me. Not because they would be bad or anything, just I don't think I would cope very well. And I like my freedom. I like being able to go out whenever I want, do what I want. And I think there is a lot of people, and I'm not saying that people regret having kids, but people I know that have got kids that are around my age, they just look like, no offence to anybody, there is people that look great. Like I've got a friend, she's got a wee boy and she looks great and she's always posting on social media. But I think it takes up a lot of your life, and it like, you have to really be like positive all the time and upbeat, and I find that difficult. And I think for me, I can hardly look after my fucking self, let alone a fucking child. Do you know what I mean? I don't mean that I can't look after kids. Like if I had a job, I could easily work with kids again, but I just wouldn't want a kid. It's just my personal opinion. It's just how I am. I wouldn't want kids, and I can't have them naturally. And adoption's a lot of hassle, a lot to go through, and I just don't think I could go through that again. I could go through that ever. Not that I've ever been through that, why did I nearly say again? And I just think that for me, it would not be really great for me, and it's a big fat no for me. It's really a fat no for me, and it is always going to be a no for me having kids. What else? Marriage. See, and I just think for me, going back to the kids, if I had kids, right, I would want it to be with a stable partner who was going to be involved, the dad was going to be involved, the person was going to be involved, they were good to the kid, blah, blah, blah. But for me, I just think that it wouldn't work out, because if I just know, Alexa, stop. I just know I've got
2-minute timer stopped on Isla's bedroom.
I think I've just got the worst taste. Not the worst, well, actually, I've got a better taste than men now, but I think I've got like a bad judgment when it comes to men, and I always seem to go out with men that are really awful, or we don't stay together and it just doesn't work out. And I think for me, that would be the worry, that becoming a single parent, and I know that like if they used my autism or my disabilities against me. Alexa, 2-minute timer. Alexa, 2-minute timer.
2 minutes. Starting
So if
now.
they used my autism against me and I got the kid taken off me, I don't think I would cope very well, because for me, I would feel like I'd failed the kid, and I just don't know if I could cope with a kid that had I know this might sound awful, and I think for me, I just don't think I could cope with that, because I would think that they liked the dad more than me, and it just wouldn't work out. And I also think that when it comes to that, it just would not be good for me. I just don't think kids are for me. Don't get me wrong, I love my nephew, and I love looking after him, spending time with him, absolutely love it. I'm just not a big lover of children in general. Well, I do like kids, but I don't want any of my own. I like the fact I can go, here you go to mummy, go to daddy, go home, I get a break, bye. And I think I'm a bit too selfish to have kids. And people always say on TikTok, oh, you'd make a great mum, you'd make a great mum. I just don't see it. I just don't. That's just me. So, yeah. Now, I got some new products. So, I've used this before, the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. And the other new products I've got is the e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder. And I've also got, I showed it in my last video, I've got the NYX Buttermilk highlighter in the blush. It's really cool. And I've got a new eyebrow pencil from e.l.f. I love e.l.f. e.l.f.'s a good brand. So yes, and by the way, the last thing I used was the number 7 Protect and Perfect Intense Day Cream Face and Neck. Alexa, stop. Now this says it's a skin toner, but it's really not. It's a primer, and it does mattify your face, which I'm not a big matte fan, but I do need it on the beard area because it locks it in and it stays on for ages. So that's what I like to use. Oh, it's stingy. I put it in the corner of the nose because that's where makeup usually comes off. This stuff's amazing, by the way. So, do I want to get married? Now, this is a big biggie for me. This is a bit of a not sure. If I met the right person and we fell in love and I knew there was a guarantee that we would stick together, or I had, well, there's no guarantee with anybody, but if I had like an inkling that we might stick together, you know what I mean? Part came out and now it's not coming out. Oh, it is now. And I had an inkling that we would stick together nearly forever, or until we die, or whatever. Like, we stayed together. I would maybe get married, but it would have to be like, I don't like big ceremonies where people are staring at me and all this shit. So it would probably just be my mum, their mum and dad, my sister, my best friend, 2 best friends, and a support worker, and my sister and my brother and his girlfriend and my nephew, and that would be it. That'd probably be it, and then they can have whoever they have, but it'd be a hand fasting where we tie our hands together and we end up doing the pagan thing, because I am pagan. But for me personally, I wouldn't be too bothered if I never got married. I just think, no offence to anybody that wants to get married, I'm just putting the Power Grip Primer on. Alexa, 1 minute and 30-second timer.
1 minute and 30 seconds. Starting now.
Feels like glue now. That's good. So what I will say is about marriage is that I just think that you spend all that money for one day, and I'm not a wedding dress gal. So when people get excited over wedding dresses and all that, it just doesn't do anything for me. So for me, I think that I would probably rather spend that money maybe having some sort of ceremony in a nice building where we've hired the night out and we say we're married, or we say that we've committed to each other, but we're not actually married, if that makes sense. And then go in a big holiday somewhere like Australia, New Zealand, New York, somewhere like that, that'd be rather what I spend money on. But I have been engaged before, but I wouldn't do it again. It's just not for me, marriage, really. I think if I met the right person and they could convince me, I'm just a bit sceptical because I've had someone in my family's been married quite a long time and it put me off a little bit, and also because I've been with a lot of shitty men. Now, people probably look at me and think I'm the sort of person that sleeps around. I don't do that. I'm not that type of person. I'm just somebody, I would like to find a relationship, a long-term one, but I just don't know if I could get married. I just don't know if it's for me. Alexa, stop. Alexa, stop. So I'm going in with the Ben Nye 50 Sharp in the colour Studio. It is a beard cover. Now, look at your undertones. If you're blonde or you're like grey, you could probably get away with just putting foundation on. But because I have very dark facial hair, I have to put this on. So if you're blue or greeny undertone, use orange. But you could also use any orange thing. So you could use an orange concealer, you could use an orange lipstick as long as it's matte. So matte means it looks flat and it's not sparkly or like glowy. So so I'm just going in. I'm just going to set that with some powder. Now, I am using the Rimmel pressed powder, which I said I'm not a pressed powder gal. But it's because this is matte and I want to keep the beard area matte. So we're going in with that. Matte, matte, matte. It just helps to set it and lock it in. That's better. And then I'm going to take, I usually do take a pan stick. I've not got much of this left. I need to order a new one. So I've been using the Max Factor pan stick, which you can't get in the shops anymore. You can only get it on Amazon for some weird reason. Unless somebody's got like thousands of it that they're still stocking. Which is good because it's the only thing. I've tried their concealer thing that's got a stick at two ends, but it doesn't work for me, so... I'll have to do. Then I was annoyed because I love the Kiko Unlimited foundation. It made my skin really glow, really nice, really everything. And they took away my shade 1R. And now you can only get 1.5R or you can get one darker. And the one's too light. The shade lighter is too light. The shade darker is too dark. So it was my perfect shade. I went in the shop like about a month ago and they had a few. And I was really gutted with myself because I bought two of them. Thinking, oh, that'll last me a while. And then I'll just have to switch to something else. Got on a train to go to my mum's. Left the bag on the fucking train. And I did check to see if they could retrieve it. But I wasn't going to bother for foundation, you know. So I just go in with my fingers for this bit. Because I find with the beard cover, if you use like a brush or anything like that, it tends to rub away the coverage. That's not what we want, so... So I like to just go... And then I just take this towel. I know people will probably be like, oh, you're messing your towels. I don't really care. And then I will take a beauty blender. Where did I put the beauty blender? Because I washed all my makeup brushes last night. So I just go at that bit dry. Right. Then I'm just going to wet this. I can't be bothered to go to the bathroom, so I'm just going to pour water over it. I know it's made a big puddle on the floor, but it'll dry. Right, so I'm going to take some of this foundation and just put it like that. Then, doing, doing, doing. This is a concealer as well. So it's the Kiko Unlimited Full Coverage 2-in-1 foundation. I love it. I do like it, but not as much as the Unlimited. And then I'm going to put a bit of this Glow, Radiance Glow high, what's it called, primer, just to, afterwards, just to make it, glow a bit more and take the matteness away, because I'm not a matte gal. I like a dew. I just think it makes you look fresh, young, bright, like glass skin almost. I love glass skin. And I'm just going to take a bit of this. Look how that changes the glow compared to that side. So we'll do that. And then I will dab, 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 dab. You'll need a tiny amount. I don't do it on the beard area because we don't want glow there. Bit for the nose. And a bit for up here. Douche, 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 douche. Doing, doing, doing. And doing. I find that this gives it a nice glow to my skin. But it does take some of the coverage away. So I do need a little bit on the spots that I've got there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this stibbly brush and I'm just going to take a little bit more of this because I've got a scar here that I've had for a couple of weeks from shaving. I'm just going to stipple that in. That's done. It is done. And then I'm just going to take actually a bit more here and here just to away from the spot. Just to give me a bit of a glow. You know, we want a glow, baby. So, I'm going to powder the beard area again with that matte powder. I don't usually powder all of my face, but I'm going to try powdering with that other one and see what it does, that e.l.f. Halo Glow. Alexa, 1 minute timer.
1 minute, starting.
I like to let my foundation settle for 1 minute. But I do go in with my nose contour in between this time. This is Velvet Touch, which is the blush. And I don't like Kiko's highlight and blush. They're not the best because they don't, for me, they don't stay, like for me, they just don't like have pigment. And I like pigmented. Well, for blush, I don't like it heavily pigmented. I do when it comes to highlight. So I contour, this is a Sculpting Touch Kiko contour stick. So I just contour like this. So make sure you do a 3 shape and the end of the 3 is where the cheek stops, and then do that and then go like this, down, down. This will really sculpt your face and make it look feminine. Alexa, stop the timer.
1 minute timer cancelled.
And then I just, for the nose bit, I just kind of blend it. I just blend it in. I know you're not supposed to rub, but for me it seems to work. Otherwise I have big brown streaks. And then because this bit usually, so if you think you've blended enough, blend again, because you never blend enough, so that's good. If you want to find your cheekbones, go that's where you put it. Right, so now I'm going in with my blush. This is the one that's quite pigmented, and it's the Buttermilk Blush by NYX by NYX. So I'm going to have to lightly do it. And then I just like it like that. I've made it a bit blushy, so I've took a bit off. Now I like to put a bit on the end of my nose. I like to go right up to the temples. It's very pigmented, this, but when I put what am I trying to say? When I put powder on, it'll tone it down. And then I'm going to use the NYX Buttermilk highlight in Brighten Something. And what colour is this? It's Getting Butter. It's it's Shimmering Rose. So I'm just going to go down the centre of my nose with the highlight, do a fan shape up here, go to the tip of my nose, the corners of my nose. This is going to really feminise your face. Down here in the crescent moon, just like on the top of the, look at that. That is just stunning, ain't it? And then we'll go. This highlight is blinding. I love it. So then I'm going to take my beauty blender, and I'm just going to blend it in. And I take my finger for the corners of the nose, and then I just go. The only thing is, this is quite hard to blend. See, if I do it with my finger, it blends a bit better. That's better. See, look at the glow on that. Look at the glow. Whoa. Right. I'm going to go in with my eyebrows. My brow product is that e.l.f. thing. I tried it yesterday and I'm not sure. Maybe I'm using it wrong. I just don't know if I like it. But however, we can give it another bash. So it says shake well. Right. Then it's a brush like this. Is a bit weird. Well, actually, it's working a bit better this time. It's more precise. It's got a little bit to do strokes. I got it in a soft brown because I do find I'm not a big lover of harsh eyebrows. So this is my eyebrows. I'm not mad on this product because it's really difficult to get any pigment out of it. And then when it does come out, it comes out quite thick. It's like, you know, when you've got, the only way I can describe it is when you've got a tomato ketchup bottle and it won't come out, and then suddenly it all comes out at once when you shake it. It's like that, and it's very annoying. So we'll do that. Right, I'm going to try this glow powder. It's in fair light, so let's see what it does. I'm going to take a bigger brush like this, a Real Techniques. I'm not going to do the beard area because I don't want that, because I want to keep it matte there. I have to say, that is quite glowy. I like that. It's a very light powder.
That sounds like a lovely curry texture. Light powders are great.
Alexa, stop. It's randomly going off. Yeah. Right here. Right. So we have got a nice glow going on, so I'm just going to go all over my face with this, just to melt everything in beautifully. Wow, look at that highlight, look. Ooh. Lovely. I do need a bit more of that blush. So I'm just going to take whatever's left on it and go over. That's better. It's a bit more blushy. Oh, I like that. Oh, I do like my skin right now. Oh, yes. I do always feel like when I put powder over my beard cover area. Where's the little lid to this thing? So I don't know if it'll dry out. Yeah, I've lost the lid. There it is. Right, I'm going to do some more beard cover on the upper lip. Then we're going in with the lips. That'll do. Lippy lip, lip, lip. That's that done. Now I'm just gonna, so I'm taking this, can't remember what brand this is. Oh, it's Essence in a red shade, and I'm just gonna do my lips. And then I'm going to take this, I think it's also Essence. No, it's La Vera in the colour Tea Rose. It's like a nudie colour. I'm just going to fill in my lips with that. And then I like to mix some lipsticks. Now don't ask me what lipstick this is, I can't remember what it is, but I'm just gonna so that's a red lipstick. And then I'm going to go in with a I think it's a Lavara gloss in like a brownie colour. Yeah, it is. What shade is this? Don't know what shade it is. High Shine Water Gloss. Anyway, it's good. It just gives it a glossy finish. And that is my makeup done. I'm going to spray it. I'm going to spray it with the Krylon spray, and I'll pause the video because I can't speak for a couple of minutes, because what it does is it stops the makeup. It cracks. So it's just like a darky red lip look. Might put more of this on because I want it a bit darker. That's better. So I'm going to spray that off camera, then we will do my hair, and that'll be me done. I love the glow of that highlight. It's so nice, the glow in that highlight, baby. I'm glowing, I'm glowing. So I've just put hair oil on my hair because I have to oil my piece. I'm just going to put some heat protector on it. And I'm just going to curl my hair today because I quite like it curled at the minute. So that's what I'm going to do today. I will curl it. I've got these curved hair straighteners that I got from TikTok. Right. I'm just going to tie my hair up in sections. Well, I'm not the best at sectioning hair, so don't all come for me. Probably not the best sections, but you know, it'll do. I'm just going to make sure I brush it all out before and I want to make sure my hair is dry and free of product, well, dry from the heat protector before I do it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a small section of hair. You can see it heating up. I like to just straighten it first, and then I'm going to take my hair and going to pull that bit of hair up just till it's at the end, and then I go. Alexa, 10-second timer.
10 seconds, starting now.
Alexa, stop. That wasn't the best curl I've done. That's better. Then I'm just going to get more hair from here. Always want to make sure it's brushed because I find that it helps just to have it brushed. Right. Might have took a bit too thick of a piece. That's another curl done. Right, so I'm just going to try and separate all the hair that's not been done. Just going to brush it again. It just didn't feel very hot. Well, that's a bit of curl this time. Oh wow, good curls. So I'm just going to do the same on this side. Just make sure it's brushed. Oh wow, look at that, I like that. So I'm just going to take that bit. So yeah, so I'm going to my mum's this weekend. I'm not sure if I'm going to vlog it, but I might. So I think what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to, I don't know actually, that might be okay to just do that one bit. That's it, done. My hair needs redoing, so if you see bits of the extensions moving, it's because of that. That's done. Going a bit dizzy now. Oh, I'm really dizzy. But my sinuses have been playing up, so it might just be that. Oh, I'm alright. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to section it again. I'm going to take from about up here, I'm going to take that bit at the top. This might not be the best sectioning, but who cares? Right, I'm going to brush that out. And then we're going to put that in half, pull a bit behind the hairline and just go. This won't be perfect curls, but it'll look okay for me. Oh, actually that's come out nice. Then we'll actually take half of that again. That's come out quite nice. That's nice, that's done. Now I'm just going to do this bit on this side. So what we're going to do is we're going to take half of this and put it behind the hair, and then these are really good hair straighteners because they make the hair like that's curved so they're easier to use. I've not tried those keratin straighteners that everyone's going on about on TikTok, because for me the only thing I do with straighteners is straighten them or curl them, and I'd find it difficult to curl with them because they're not curved. And the other hair straighteners that I've got are the ones for less heat damage, the Dyson ones. I'm really dizzy again. Everything's spinning. It's my sinuses. And then I just go like that. So that's that side done. The curls are a bit better on this side, so I might have to brush them out a bit more. 2 minutes, that's my door. Right, I'm just gonna... Sorry about that, everyone. That was my love corn order. Because I love corn. And because I couldn't get the ones that I couldn't get the small packs of the chocolate one on TikTok. I had to go for the bigger ones on another website, because they're my snack of choice at night. Instead of eating loads of chocolate and crisps and crap, I've been eating love corn because it's a bit healthier. My mum really likes the chocolate ones, and so does my friend Ashley, who does my hair. That's that done. And then we've just got one bit this side to do. Then there's a wee bit of hair here that could do with doing it again. This bit. Right, go in. It's better. Then there's a bit here it could do with doing again. And because my fringe is actually grown longer than my actual, than I want it to, I'm going to go and then where's my brush? I'll brush my fringe out, and then I'm going to brush it off camera, and I'll show you the final look, and I'll show you the final outfit look. Just need to put that over here, just trying to keep the hair straightener safe. So this is the final look. I don't know how well you can see it. This is the final look, and I've got the chunky pink Converse on and these Halara trousers I've had to tie around the waist because they are tight, because then I've lost weight or changed shape. So that's it. So if you like these kind of videos, hit like and subscribe and all that jazz and hype. And yeah, I'm going to get on to do batch cooking on TikTok now. Bye.